Welcome into the CLNS Red Sox Beat Team Roundtable, hosted by myself, Nick Quaglia, alongside Ethan Winter and Adam Ballou. The topic of the day today was Dan Shaughnessy's Boston Globe article that came out on Sunday, relating back to an incident that happened close to a month ago now between Dennis Eckersley and David Price, a verbal altercation on the team plane, the team flight after the game. Turns out there's some more information that came out, and none other than Dan Shaughnessy has gotten down to the bottom of the words that were exchanged, the incidents that happened, and just got more information that Red Sox fans really could have. I know for me, I was very excited to get this information. Now, we do have one member of the CLNS Red Sox B team that we can't get on the whole show, but we would love to introduce Alex Barth for a quick minute of his opinions, aimed directly at one Mr. Adam Ballou.
Bring it.
All right, hey guys, thanks for having me. Look, real quick here. Is anybody else worried about bringing Devers into this clubhouse? You know who the Red Sox biggest rival is right now? It's not the Yankees, it's not the Rays, it's not the Orioles, it's not the Blue Jays. It's the media. It's Nesson, and I am hashtag Team Media all the way. This is childish. This is pathetic. The 13th anniversary of Jason Varitek getting up in the business of Alex Rodriguez back when this team stood for something. Now we're having David Price a PTI discussion about him going at a Hall of Fame pitcher when he has pitched like a guy that barely belongs in the majors. I know he's had a couple good starts, Adam. Fine. Clay Buchholz had a couple good starts in his career. A lot of people have. Overall, David Price has been garbage. Red hot, stinking garbage. I know the other players in the clubhouse love him. Fine. That's great. They all love Josh Beckett too. Look, this isn't chicken and beer yet. John Farrell's not bad. Bobby Valentine yet. But he's lost control of this clubhouse. The wrong players don't respect him. The right players do. I know this team's in first place. I know I know it sounds like I'm making mountains out of molehills, but this is going in the wrong direction fast. Something's got to happen before this entire team gets whiplash, and it's 2011 again, and we win 3 games in the entire month of September. I'm out.
Alex Barth, everybody, thank you very much. I can't tell you how happy I am to now have Alex Barth coming on the roundtables. Alex is awesome. Damn CLNS for silencing us to only 3 people. If we had 4, this roundtable would be bananas. You know what? It's probably a good thing because this would be so out of control.
It'd
Again,
probably be like 25 minutes long, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a half-hour show.
Again, Alex's Facebook messaged me saying that was dope. It was very dope. Okay, so again, topic tonight: Dennis Eckersley, David Price, verbal altercation on the team flight that we discussed maybe about a month ago. Happened about a month ago. Dan Shaughnessy, one of the best sports media writers there is in Boston, uncovered a little bit more dirt on the whole situation. I'm gonna give the floor first to Adam, since I feel like that Alex Barth attack was kind of like David Price attacking Dennis Eckersley. Adam, you first.
Yeah, and like Dennis Eckersley, like David Price attacking Dennis Eckersley, I could care less. I don't care. I don't care about Alex coming at me. It's not a big deal, and it's not a big deal that David Price went at Dennis Eckersley. You know why? It doesn't matter. It happened a month ago. Who cares? It doesn't matter. Did it affect the team on the field? No. They actually started playing better after it happened. You know what? It doesn't matter. Who cares? If anybody else did this, no one would care. It's just David Price. Like if he sneezes the wrong way, everybody takes a friggin' nutty. Leave the goddamn guy alone, for Christ's sake. And all of a sudden Dan Shaughnessy's the voice of reason now? Are you kidding me?
Who said he was the voice of reason? We didn't say he was the voice of reason.
You just said Dan Shaughnessy is one of the greatest Boston writers and one of the most respected.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Kidding me?
Am I wrong? It's Dan Shaughnessy. People don't agree with him.
We knew he was a weasel 10 years ago when he was messing with Kurt Schilling, who's a piece of crap too. But
that doesn't mean that he's not well respected.
I don't care.
That doesn't mean
if David Price stood up and said something to Dennis Eckersley. Who cares? You know what? The rest of the guys probably. Who knows? If the rest of the team was talking about, we're so tired of them talking crap about us, and David Price said, okay, I'm going to say something because I don't give a crap anymore. I don't care about the media. I don't care what anybody says about me anymore. So I'll stand up and say something. You know what? I don't care.
Okay, I'm going to cut you off right here,
Adam. Care less.
What has Dennis Eckersley said that was unreasonably negative about the team?
That shouldn't even matter. That should not even matter, because if he did say anything, that's fine. You can get offended, but take it up with him one-on-one. Don't bring it up in front of the entire team, because you know what you're doing up there. That's just like when he's on Twitter trying to clap back at people. He wants the applause.
That's funny. I think it's hilarious.
He wants his teammates. He wants his teammates to look at him. He wants his teammates to look at him, and he wants his teammates to be, "Oh, look at you, David. You're so brave, standing up to the big bad Dennis Eckersley." Shut up, David Price. Pull him aside. He did the same thing with Evan Drellick.
Bullying him too on Twitter.
He what?
These fans are bullying him on Twitter. If you want to say that, he posts a picture.
That has nothing to do with Eckersley.
He just brought it up and said about you just brought it up about
well, because he does the same. He does the same thing. He does the same thing. Yeah. He does the same thing that he does on Twitter. He's looking for the applause. That's why he chewed out Evan Drellick in shouting distance of the players and the media.
And regardless
for him to do it, because somebody stood up for him.
Regardless, it doesn't even matter that Dennis Eckersley is a Hall of Famer. It's like this behavior is just unacceptable. Like, I don't care if it was Dave O'Brien that David Price chewed out. It doesn't matter who the person is. Not allowing Eckersley to even defend himself and just really bullying him. I mean, in front of the team like that.
He had a chance to defend himself. Could have talked back.
No, he didn't. He tried to talk back. If you read the Shaughnessy article, he tried to talk back.
I did read the Shaughnessy
and then David Price said, "Oh, get the f*** out of here." I'll bleep that. I'll bleep that.
It's a
I
quote.
thought I was going to be the one that cursed.
It's a quote. We're quoting David Price.
Oh, man. But that's what he said. He said, "Get the bleep out of here," when Dennis Eckersley tried to respond. Be a man and let him talk back. What are you afraid he's going to be mean to you? Oh, is he going to say something that's going to hurt your feelings besides yuck? He could say something much worse than yuck. And I'll say this right now. I'm not the only one to say this. I'm not going to be the first one to say this, but I totally agree. Eckersley versus Price in a battle of fisticuffs, Eck wins 10 out of 10 times.
Oh, definitely. No doubt. And
again,
Eckersley is already, he's a Hall of Famer. He's already 50
Who cares if
times
he's a Hall of Famer? He's not a Hall of Famer in broadcasting. He's a Hall of Fame pitcher. Big deal.
But he knows what he's talking about when it comes to pitching. He's a color commentator.
He's only a color
his job. He knows what he's talking about. It's not like he's talking out of his rear end. He knows what he's talking about.
He's bringing up all this freaking jargon.
And if I'm David Price, I'd respect what he's saying and actually listen to what he's saying to improve myself, make myself better, because maybe Eckersley is seeing something that Price isn't, and maybe what Eckersley is saying could make him a better pitcher.
Well, he was pitching really well until that start on Saturday, and then oh my God, here comes that article on Sunday. Like, oh, that was perfect timing. You know, Shaughnessy was probably holding on to.
Stop! No, he was not.
It didn't take a month for him to interview 6 friggin' people.
No, he was not holding on to that.
Come on, give me a break.
It was probably just a coincidence. And here's another problem though.
If it wasn't, who cares?
Hey, I
don't care what happened on the stupid plane.
One of the few things that Eckersley has ever said about Price mid-game that could be seen as negative was when he forgot to cover first base, which, you know what? He should be criticized for it. But then Eckersley even sugarcoated it, dropped some cinnamon sprinkles on it, and said, "I've done that before too." He wasn't even that bad to him. It's unbelievable to me that you can defend this guy, Adam.
It's easy to defend him. He plays on the Red Sox.
Adam, this
so to Carl Crawford.
Is indefensible. It's indefensible.
No, it's not. I can defend him because I don't care about what he. I don't care, dude. No, but I don't care about some stupid what he said to somebody on a plane. Does it matter? Did it affect him from that month that went from that plane incident to now? Did it affect him?
No,
On
but
the field?
that's not the point. We're talking.
Then who cares?
We're not talking about
That's
him on the
not
field.
our
We're
point,
talking about
Adam.
him being an
I
a-hole
don't care
off
about
the
this
field.
stuff off the field. I don't care.
But
I
that's
just want him to go out and pitch well too. But
That's what everybody says. But
this
that's
is
what
really
everybody says. But then when he
indefensible.
gives up a run, it's like, oh yeah, this is the David Price we know and love. Like, are you kidding me? Please. Where's the criticism when Rick Porcello sucks, or when anybody else sucks? I'm just using Rick Porcello, and he pitched well. He's been pitching well. When anybody else sucks, where's all this criticism?
because they're not
is
a-holes off
none.
the field. Price is an a-hole off the field. That's where
You think he's an a-hole because the media portrays him as an a-hole.
Because he is on Twitter. That's the only thing we have of him.
What
So
is he
that's
doing
what
on
we're going to
Twitter
go
other than
based off
clap
of.
back to people bullying him?
Mute people. What do you if
The fans can also get off of social media and leave the friggin' guy alone.
but we're the
How about
fans.
that?
We have nothing better to do than follow these people on social media.
I have stuff better to do.
And Adam,
I can go. I have better things to do, like go on this
They-
round table.
There are internet trolls out there that are going to tweet at David Price, but you know what? David Price, he just needs to mute him. Like Nick
He's
said,
having
he just
and
needs to
talk
ignore
back.
him.
not the only guy that does that. He's not.
Yeah, he's
I know,
not.
I mean, but I'm just saying, we're talking about David
Respond
Price,
to
so
internet
that's why I said
trolls
David
all the
Price.
time.
But you know what? It was a bad look to have a rough start in Boston and look so sensitive, because what we cherish in Boston is
17 and 9
hey,
before
hey,
he's
hey,
all right.
hey.
That's a terrible start.
What we cherish in Boston is is playing your sport well, whatever sport it is, and being tough. You can't be poor at your sport, which he was in the beginning, and then sensitive on Twitter. Because that's going to make us dislike you. We don't like sensitive. If you're going to be bad, you got to be like, you have to be tough and you have to show it. Instead of going on Twitter and
Clay
berating.
Buchholz was tough and showed it.
Everybody hated Clay Buchholz except for Lauren Campbell and Jess Thomas.
Yeah, everybody, yeah, the same people that love John Farrell too.
Oh, by the way, that was a direct quote from the Facebook chat when Jess messaged us and said, "That's the price we know." I wanted to bring that up when you said that, Adam.
Yeah.
Yes.
Direct
Yes.
quote from Jess Thomas, the boss.
Yeah. Oh, he gets up 3 runs. Oh, that's the David Price I know and love. Come on, seriously?
Jess,
So when Porcello gives up a couple of runs, I'm going to say, well, that's the Rick Porcello that I know and love.
Jess,
because I actually want him to win a game.
Jess was obsessed with Clay
win.
Buchholz. Jess would have licked that sunscreen, that Bullfrog sunscreen, off of Clay Buchholz's hands or his hat in 2013. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's, you know what? David Price is your Jess Thomas's Clay Buchholz, which is fine.
No,
you love the
David
guy.
Price is actually good. Clay Buchholz was
In
junk.
In
He was
2013,
garbage.
in 2013, he was excellent. All right,
He was here for like 9
All right,
years.
half
Ethan,
of 2013.
Ethan, give me a 30-second synopsis. Go. Actually, just kidding. 20 seconds. Go.
Okay, so I think it's what David Price did is indefensible. I don't understand how anybody could defend his actions on that plane and the way that he approached Dennis Eckersley. If you have an issue with a broadcaster or any media member, you need to take it up with them privately and without grandstanding in front of your teammates. That simple.
Okay, you had 23 seconds there. Adam, you got 23 seconds. Go.
I didn't know we were like all about these prim and proper guys. Like they have to act a certain way. I mean, I don't care. Like it doesn't matter to me. Like so what if he's a villain? It doesn't matter. He's not the worst guy that plays sports. He's not. He didn't murder. What the hell? Like people still like the Patriots when they had a murderer on their team. I mean, come on.
All right.
He said something. He acted up on a plane. Oh my God! I'm supposed to stop liking the Red Sox because David Price acted up on a plane. Oh my God!
Dad
Breaks
didn't
my heart.
say you
Are we like 5 years
act
old?
like
Yeah,
the
are you
Red
kidding?
Sox.
All right.
Can't defend this behavior.
Can't root for the Red Sox because the mean man said something on a plane.
CLNS
Oh my
Red Sox
God.
Roundtable. David Price, Dennis Eckersley, Dan Shaughnessy, Boston Globe article. Thanks for listening, guys. Catch you next time.